Yo YouTube, how's it going? It's been a little while, but I figure I won't let the weather stop me from making videos this whole winter, so I'm going to make a quick one for you, and this is how to disable your daytime running lights in the Mazda 3. So this is going to be your 2014 onwards, and I'm not quite sure, obviously, I guess about the newest generation coming out, so I just can't guarantee that anything like this will work on your old generations and your new generations. Anyways, let's say goodbye to the dog, get the car in the garage, and get to it. Hey guys, so now that we're in the car, we are going to hop into disabling these daytime running lights. There's two methods, and I will show you guys both methods, as some people may find the first method does not work for them, as it did not work for me. So the first method is using a dealership disable sequence, I guess you could call it, but apparently, as far as I've read on forums, it's not working for everybody. I don't know why this isn't working for everybody. Some people it works, some people it doesn't. I haven't found a consistent answer. I believe it might be dependent on where you bought the car. I'm in Canada, so daytime running lights are legally required here, and maybe that's why I can't disable mine. I don't know. The second method will work for everybody, and I will show you that. So let's start with the first method, which is a sequence of buttons and I guess motions to disable the daytime running lights, and I'll put that sequence and guide right here, I guess right now, and that will be how to disable the daytime running lights, and then I will show you. So let's get started. Alright, the first step in the sequence, step one, is to set the car ignition to accessory. So to do that with the push button, you just push the button twice without hitting the brakes. So let's do that now. So there, as you can see, everything's up and running. My music is probably about to come blasting on. And the car is in accessory mode. Alright, so next step here is to press the brake pedal down and hold the whole time. So you have to hold the brake pedal down the whole time, as well as have the parking brake up. So I've already got the parking brake on right here. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake once I start the sequence. So the sequence itself, I'm just gonna read it off here, is you have to do the whole process, first of all, in under 23 seconds, so it has to be relatively quick. And each step between the process, like there's, I guess, certain steps, each step has to be done within 2 seconds of the previous step. So you have to, once you finish one step, you have 2 seconds to start the next. So the steps are, first, when you're gonna put your foot on the brake, and then you're going to turn the parking lights on and off 5 times. So it's going to be on, off, that is once. So you're going to do on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off 5 times in total. Once that is done, you're going to press the hazard lights on and off 5 times. So that one's pretty straightforward. Just push the button on and then click it off 5 times total. And then the final step is to do the parking lights on and off 5 times again. So once you're done that, you should be able to let off the brake pedal. Your daytime running lights should be disabled. So also, when you're checking to see if they're disabled, the parking brake has to be off. If your parking brake is on, your daytime running lights turn off automatically. So I recommend, if you're going to check that, if you're in an automatic, you can leave your car in park on a flat surface. If you're in a manual, obviously your car is going to be in neutral because it's got to be on, but put a parking, like a brick or rocks behind your tires so your car cannot move anywhere when you get out to check, or have someone else sit on the brakes or look for you. Anyways, let's get started on this sequence. All right, start it off. Once we put our foot on the brake, we got 23 seconds, so let's get this going. So we're gonna get our hand up here ready for the lights, starting in the off position. Foot on the brake, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Then we go over to the hazard lights, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And one final time on the lights. And then foot off the brake, and that should theoretically work. Like I said, I've already tried it in my car. That does not work in my car, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's a Canadian model. So Some people I've read had to try multiple times before it ever finally worked, but I sat there and tried for half an hour one day and it never worked. So that is the first way you can disable your daytime running lights in the Mazda 3. The second way is the less complicated way in a sense, and to do that, we're gonna start by popping the hood. All right, to do the second method here, you're gonna come actually into under the hood of the car, and you're going to remove the fuse for the daytime running lights. And that just affects the stock daytime running lights. It doesn't affect any other of the lights of the car. So if you come under the fuse, if you come to the fuse box, take the cap off, you can actually see a layout of where all the different fuses are on this kind of display, on this drawing on the back of the lid. So for our case, we're looking for the DRL fuse, which happens to be right here. So second up, middle row of the 15 amp fuse. And if you come up to the fuse box, I've already pulled it out, but it would normally be right there. Right above this 15 amp, there should be another one. And that's the fuse I pulled out. Mazda fuse box comes with this little fuse clip grab thingy that you can easily pull old fuses out, and then I just took mine and I stored it back in here for now because I don't need it. And that way, if I ever want to replace it, I easily can. And like I said, that doesn't affect any of the other lights. I have aftermarket daytime running lights that I've wired up separately. Those still work. The only difference is the daytime running light halogen bulb right in here no longer functions as a daytime running light. It still works as a high beam though if you turn it on, or as some people call them, your brights. Anyways guys, that is about it. Like I said, I did not get the first method to work for me just because I guess it doesn't work for all Mazda 3s. My assumption is it depends on where the car was originally built for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just some simple informative thing. As I said before, don't do this if you don't have daytime running lights, aftermarket daytime running lights on your car, as it is illegal in most places to not have daytime running lights now. Anyways guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you did, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.